Hello there. How are you? Marian Gellatly here with Powerful Presence, and I am very happy to have you join me once again for day 10 of our 12 Days to 2020 style. I hope you've been enjoying them. And I just want to say that you're probably watching this on my Powerful Presence with Marian Gellatly Facebook page. If you haven't seen all the previous videos, please go ahead and just scroll down the page and you will see them one after another. And you can still participate in the little contest that I have going on, and that is that every day of the challenge, let's call it, you can go and post a photo of something that represents whatever we're talking about that day. And then next Wednesday, I'm going to do a drawing, and the winner is going to win a complimentary seat to my Style Shift program that will be starting on February 2nd. So, with that said, today we're going to be talking about foundations or underwear or lingerie or whatever the term is that you might use. And you have to stop and think about that these pieces are the very first thing that we put on every morning before we put on our clothes. And I like to use the word foundation because I think of a house, and a house sits on a foundation. But if the foundation wasn't there and the contractor was to go ahead and build the house probably wouldn't stay stable for very long. And so that's what our undergarments do for our clothing. They add stability, they add smoothness, they just add, well, they help you feel confident. And that's really what it's all about. I think that one of the things that we can always do when we're maybe having a slight fit issue in our clothing is to, number one, take a look at what's underneath. And maybe there's a better way of supporting the dress or the form-fitting blouse or whatever the case may be, or even a t-shirt that might show the tummy. There are things you can do underneath, and we're going to talk about those things today that really will give you a boost of confidence just by using the right foundations for your body. Now, what I'll say about this is that we are all different. And I don't know if any of you know the website called Third Love, and they help women find the right bra for whatever type of breast that they happen to have. And I loved their quote. They said, all breasts are not created equal, which is why we offer a diverse range of styles for every unique breast shape and size. Now, I'll go on to say that they've identified asymmetric, athletic, bell shaped, east west, as they call it, relaxed, round, side set, slender, and teardrop. Who knew? Who knew that there were so many different categories of breast shape? So that's why I could recommend that you wear one particular brand, but your breasts may be very different, and therefore they're not going to work for you. So, what I'm going to encourage you to do is really make sure that you're spending some time to find what really makes you happy and does the job to lift the girls up where they need to be, to smooth you underneath your clothing. And just, I don't know about you, but I don't want to feel my underwear during the day. I want to get dressed in the morning, put my clothes on, and not think about, oh, my shoulder is sore, or oh, my breasts are sagging, or oh, that back is, the back panel is slipping up my back. All those things to me add discomfort to my day and just remind me that I don't have the right thing on. And I can tell you that over the years working with clients, I think underwear and foundational garments is probably the one category that I find most often neglected. Um, and who knows why that is, but maybe it's because we go, well, nobody's going to see that except for me. at a certain age anyway. And maybe it's, oh, I don't want to spend the money, or nobody's going to see it. So if it's a little stretched out, nobody's going to really know but me. But guess what? That could be true. But how does it make you feel? Are you aware that it's stretched out? Are you aware that it's not making you feel as good as you could be feeling? And I think that's really something you need to ask yourself. So, one of the things I want to say about um, your positioning of your breasts is very simply to look in the mirror and to see where your breast point hits in relation to the shoulder, to the bend of your elbow. And you want your breast point to sit somewhere, between, halfway between those two joints, okay? So when they start going below that halfway point, now we're getting into a little sagginess, okay? And that means that either you need to adjust your strap, or you need a different type of a bra, or maybe the bra cup is just worn out, it's overworn. And I would suggest that probably change out your bra at least every 2 years, if not more often, depending on how you happen to wear. So anywhere between 1 and 2 years, you got to ditch it and get in a new one to keep that support really going well for you. And sometimes women will say to me, "Oh, I just want to be comfortable." And to comfortable to them means slouchy. And but you have to look in the mirror and say, well, wait a second, are those sagging breasts starting to make me look older than I need to really look? So do think about that. We also don't want overflow to the cup size. So as we age, sometimes the breast tissue becomes a little, more, what do I want to say? Gives you a little more than what you had, 2 years ago. And I want you to really pay attention to that, because if you find that you're getting, tissue in between here, up and over the cup, then that means you're not in the right size bra. If you find that the back of the bra is slipping up your back, it means that you're not in the right size bra. So I would suggest go on to Third Love. It's kind of a fun little process you can go through. It gives you a little, you put in information and they feed back to you information, and make recommendations on what particular style will work and also what particular size would work. I find that I have to adjust my sizing every so often. So maybe my cup needs to go up, or if I've been exercising a lot and my back is a little slimmer, then sizing down to, from a 36 down to a 34 is going to be something that I really need to do. So I usually will have, both sizes in my wardrobe just in case, I get toned. And that's not always, especially during COVID, that has not been the case. So we don't want to overflow, but at the same time, we don't want the cups to gape. We want to fill them out nicely. Let's see here, what else? Oh, and also we don't want the straps to really cut into our shoulders and be uncomfortable. So some of the brands have nice padded shoulder straps, and really pay attention to those kinds of things when you're looking for resources. Now, one of my favorite resources, and I think I tell every one of my clients, is barenecessities.com is my favorite go-to website, online website, to find undergarments. And they have everything you can possibly imagine, and all kinds of brands within each category. So I would definitely check that out. You can bring them in, see if they fit. If they don't, you can return them. So that's a really good resource. So it certainly depends on what you're going to be wearing as to what type of a bra you're going to have underneath the item. I think this is probably the most popular. So many of us wear t-shirts, or we wear smooth kinds of things, and we don't want to see seams. And so having this sort of a t-shirt bra, I call it, which has a little bit of memory foam in the cup. So if you are really full busted, this may just make you feel like you're even more full busted, but it's minimal. So some people like them, some people don't, but this sort of t-shirt bra is a great go-to. Now, if you're going to be doing dresses, then maybe you're going to need to make sure you have at least one of these strapless bras. Depending again on the fullness of your cup or your bra is going to really depend on whether this is going to be comfortable for you. Because I'm full busted, oh, these just do not work for me. And why? Because with heaviness in your breasts, it just kind of weighs down that strapless bra. Before long, it's around your waist. Not literally, but you get the idea. So this may not be something that you're going to do, but if you are wearing a lot of strapless dresses, then you don't really have much choice. And then we have for the tops that are going to be a little more deep, a little more plunging, that kind of come down into a really deep V. This plunge bra, you see how it's diving there in the front to really minimize anything that might show in a deep neckline on a blouse or on a dress. Um, and then, of course, we have the Razorback. And this is really a good bra for anything that is cut away. So if the shoulder line is cut away and it's showing, revealing a lot of your shoulder, or maybe it's going to be, the cold shoulder look that we've had out for a while, having a Razorback bra so that the strap comes in closer to the neck. And then, as you can see in the back, really comes down to a V and pulls it away from any kind of peeking into the armhole that we might see. So good bra for doing that. Now, I would also be careful. I just want to say here, be careful with the lace. So, lace, while it's a beautiful thing, what are you wearing over that lace bra? So anything that is sheer or anything that's very soft and pliable, like a jersey knit, possibly even a t-shirt knit, depending on the weight of the material, the lace will come through. So just be careful of that, unless you want to show the lace. And some women do want to do that. As I keep saying, at my age, been there, done that. So share, what I'd love for you to do is to share in the comments section your favorite bra or your favorite brand, because maybe we can all share that information. In fact, that's one of the things I'm going to ask you to do for today in order to qualify for the drawing, to put your favorite brand so that we can share the information. And if you even want to share a picture of one, that's great too. So my favorite brand, oh my goodness, I have worn this brand, I don't know how long, probably 30 years, 40 years, and that's Olga. It's a really, simple but well-made, well-constructed bra. It fits me well. It's got a seamless front, but then it has lace on the side that really supports the outer. So if you're full busted and you get a lot of your fullness out here, it really flattens that area down and brings things more into the center. So that's why it's important understanding what type of a bust you have, a breast you have, and what you need to do. Do you need to bring it in? Do you need to separate it? Do you need to lift it? Etc., etc. All right, so that's my favorite. Just wanted you to all know that. Now let's go to the second category, which is shapewear. And shapers are really meant to smooth out, I call them the lumps and the bumps. And as we wear our tops that are fanciful tops that might have a little more shape to them, or might be, what do I want to say, a little more form fitting, or, it gives the nod to the shape, then having some sort of a shaper underneath, I think makes most of us women feel very comfortable. I don't know about you, but I have some back issues. So I also wear this sort of a piece because it supports my back. And you can see the back of this piece. It doesn't have any hooks. And that's, I think, what I love the most about it, that it kind of gives that little open area in the back is a mesh, and it will stretch and give depending on what is needed. The other thing I like about this is that it's not as confining as a lot of them are. In other words, it's not a full body. I like the fact that it's a camisole. It just comes down to my hip, which is great. And it also does have a built in bra. So for me, not having to have a bra and then having to have some sort of a shaper camisole over it just makes me happier. So this is by Miracle Suit. Gets a lot of good reviews, and Miracle Suit can be found at on Bare Necessities, but Macy's has a full complement of all the Miracle Suit lingerie and shaper products on their website. So let's see here. Betty says, I like Third Love and Harper Wild. Okay, I don't know Harper Wild, so that's good. I'm going to check that one out. And Peggy says, my favorite bras are the bras. Do you make them? Is that what you're saying? The bras that you make? Anne St. Clair fits each, oh, Anne St. Clair fits each person, then makes a custom pattern. There aren't that many pattern pieces. It just takes time to sew them. So probably most of us aren't as talented as you are, Peggy, to be able or have the patience to do it. But good for you that you found a good source and you enjoy doing that. So thank you for sharing that. Good for any sewers that may be watching. Um, so there is Miracle Suit, there's Commando, there's Spanx. You know, some people love Spanx. I find Spanx a little too restrictive for me. I like Miracle Suit better. There are, like I say, this camisole top type. There is the full body type that actually, um, some of them you just slip on. Some of them actually have the hook and eye in the crotch area so that you can easily get in and out when you go to the ladies' room. So look at all those kinds of things in terms of what's going to really work for you. And then some of them, here is the type where you are wearing your own bra and then you're wearing the shaper over it. I think this is a Miracle Suit as well. And if you need any thigh or upper leg shaping, this is all built in together. So this would not be for everyday wear, I don't think, in most cases. But when you're in that slinky dress or that dress that's got a lot of shape to it, this is a way to really feel confident. Now, another type of an undergarment I think that so many of us are wearing these days are tights. And tights do similar things in that they really, hold in the leg, the thigh, and you can get them though in some really fun colors. So these, I believe, came from Wolford, I believe. Um, and they have all kinds of colors. So if you want purple, if you want blue, if you want this red, if you want a green, if you want the black, if you want the plum, they are there for you. Wolford is a little more expensive of a brand, but I can tell you they last forever. So they're well worth the investment. Now, how about the fishnets? Okay, aren't those fun and playful? So if we're having fun for the holidays and we're going to be wearing a skirt, great. So these came from Wolford as well. And look at these. How fun are those? So again, over a dress, over a skirt, very feminine. So depending on your style personality, you can find different kinds of patterns to go under your skirts and under your dresses and have some fun with them. Now this is something that I have not worn this particular one. This is by Miracle Suit as well. And this would be a shaper that you would put under, your trousers or underneath your pants. So if you really feel like you need to, smooth out the thigh area, this is a great piece. What I like about it is, for me, anything that comes below the knee is good because, like I showed you the previous one where the thigh came midway down the thigh, those to me just feel a little uncomfortable, and I'm always worried that they're going to roll up, and actually sometimes they do. So when they're down here below the knee, they really don't, and they stay in place. These also come in a nude color, and the nudes are great under your winter whites or whites for the summer. They're just a great piece to have. Again, if we're trying to maybe minimize if we've got any kind of cellulite in the buttocks or in the upper thigh, this would be a great piece. So this is, again, a miracle suit. I think it's called a legging, smoother legging, something like that. How many of you do you wear shapewear? Maybe you could put that in the comments, whether you wear shapewear, and is there a particular brand of shapewear that you enjoy? Now, I think another really important foundational garment that needs to be in your wardrobe if you wear dresses is a slip. And I remember, years past, of course, I had lots of slips. I had half slips when I wore, suits to work and so forth. Half slips and full slips, and then they went away because we went so much to pantsuits and pants and so forth. But these last few years we've really been embracing dresses again. So making sure that you have some sort of a slip that, especially if your material is something that's a little more see-through, having something in a color, whether it's a black or whether it's a nude, doesn't matter, but having one in the drawer waiting to go if you need it, I think is a great strategy. And you can see this one is pretty loose. So this would not be for something, it would not be for a dress that is really form-fitting. However, this one, which is a Spanx slip, like you could just feel yourself being, just shrunk into that. Here again, this is something that if you've got a really tight dress on, this is going to be the way to go for sure. So I mentioned that Bare Necessities is my favorite resource, Macy's for Miracle Suit. Also, I just wanted to put up here to say that there are many waist heights. So do you want it to sit at the waist? Do you want it to come up right under the bra? Kind of a high waist. Are you trying to get rid of maybe the little muffin top that you have there? So just make sure that you're looking at the body going, okay, this is what I need to take care of. And then obviously looking for the product that is going to solve all the issues that you are hoping to solve. So any questions? Let me just see here if there's anything here. Okay, yes I do. Peggy, okay, where you buy your fabric, okay. Good, gets it from Needle Nook Fabrics. Good, you're helping one another, that's wonderful. And Harriet says, this is so helpful introducing me to products I've not been aware of. Great, that's the whole idea of this. So yeah, your mom always taught you to wear a slip with your skirts and dresses. Well, they aren't hard to find online. So one place you can definitely go is you can definitely go to Neiman Marcus. And they definitely have, I haven't checked all of them, but I would check, Nordstrom's, I would check Saks. I would check maybe the higher end retailers where they're selling a lot of dresses, and slips are going to be there. I can't remember whether Bare Necessities has them or not, but you might want to check there as well. So that is it for today. If you would like to join in the challenge, and you have the ability to go back to the Powerful Presence with Marian Gallantley Facebook page. You can go back and look at all the previous 9 videos up until today. And all you have to do is post a photo that has something to do with the topic that we discussed for the day. So one day it might have been plaid, one day it might have been necklace, one day it might have been footwear, one day it was monochromatic dressing, etc., etc. Go back, post a photo. You can go back to day 1, post your photo, even if you haven't done it at this point, And next Wednesday, I will be doing the drawing, as I said, for a complimentary ticket to my Style Shift program starting on February 2nd. Also, for those of you that are not here live, I know a lot of people have been watching these on replay. Go ahead and put the hashtag replay into your comment section, and that way I at least know that you were here. So remember, ladies, that a good foundation supports you and supports whatever you put on top. It makes you comfortable, it will give you confidence, and it's just a matter of really finding what works for you. So have fun doing that exploration, and I will see you back here on Sunday, and we are going to be talking about holiday makeup. All right, I'll see you then. Bye now.